This is a must-win game for the Ravens. A must-win game for the Ravens. And I think this game sets up.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We are back. We are back.
I was talking about the Baltimore Ravens and the Bengals. Now I know everybody's up and all about the whole kind of Joe Burrow. If I'm not having fun, why am I doing this? Blah 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 blah. Let's talk about the game. All right. Right now, Ravens look to be the top contender here by minus 2.5, 3. Count where you shop. No T Higgins, and I think that's big in this game. Um, Joe Burrow came back in this game, and Joe's been sharp, right? Joe has been sharp since he's been back. I think 4 touchdowns, maybe 2 picks, or even no 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. And when he played in this game, he was 24 for 46, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, and obviously the offense got back to playing good ball. They beat them 32-14. Then they went to lose to the Bills, and now they got to come back and play the Ravens again. This is a must-win game for the Ravens. A must-win game for the Ravens. And I think this game sets up Baltimore to get back on to where they need to be. I think last game they got lucky. The Steelers got lucky. A lot of calls went their way. Um, you know, Lamar's not playing too well right now, but they should have won that game against Pittsburgh. And they went on their run. They beat a couple good teams and a couple other teams that weren't so good. Ran into the Bengals, what they should have beat, but they didn't. Joe Burrow coming back, that was obviously it. And then ran against the Steelers at home, which was kind of crazy to lose that game. I think the Steelers really won that game, but I think that the one thing that I would be also looking here is tight ends and running backs are kind of like the theme for me this week. I would be looking at Mark Andrews. I know he came up on the injury report a little bit, but I wouldn't really sweat that. But I would be looking at Mark Andrews here, coming off he had 1 catch last game, and he just got clear. Yeah, 1 catch last game. He had 4 catches for 47 yards the last time I played him. I expect him to get either in the end zone or do something here. It looks like no Bateman, I don't think. He's questionable. I think Zay Flowers is fine. But this defense, now this is the worst defense in the NFL statistically, in the Cincinnati Bengals. And Hendricks has been out, and they just lost. What's the buddy name? Smart, or is it Sherman? Sherman Stewart. He just went on IR. PJ Jules is out. So, the total output for both teams, I think it's 51 and a half. Yeah, there's a reason why it's that. Because the Bengals have no defense. And, Chase is going to get force fed here. So Chase easy over 100 yards, I think is another good look. He had 100 yards last game. But the Ravens should score, and they should score a lot of points in this game. And, I mean, they have the worst passing, the worst rushing defense. Like, it's just silly, and they give up 30 points a game in the Cincinnati Bengals. So, in a shootout with a team, the Ravens, that can score and should score at will, I expect the Ravens to win this game, and that's where I'm heading, man. So my top contender, my top pick for this one will be the Baltimore Ravens. I know back in Baltimore has bit me back in the butt before, but I think the spot makes a lot of sense. You got Joe Burrow talking about quote unquote retirement and kind of really pretty much saying like season's over. I mean, they're not officially eliminated, but season's over. Baltimore coming off a bad loss, coming off a bad offensive performance, needs to get right, needs the win, can still win the division, right? In a must-win game with New England coming in the later week. So they can't lose this game and think to go to New England like it's over if they lose this game. So they need to win this game, and they need to get that momentum back. So I expect them to. I like the -3 here. Give me the Baltimore Ravens.